In this video, you're going to learn how to supercharge your brain and leverage time. Hi, I'm Dr. Lawrence Tam from Drive Your Practice and co-founder and co-host of the Wellness Guys show and Inside the Champion's Mind. Now, a lot of people have asked me recently about who do I study, what books do I read, and who do I listen to? Well, it's an interesting thing. I don't read many books anymore, and simply for the fact was, well, I don't have a lot of time. I run 3 different businesses, and so it's pretty time-consuming, and I also have a family. So here's what I do, and I've been doing this for 15 years or so. I started this when I was in my first year of chiropractic college, and one of the things that I do really, really well is I listen to materials. And it's an analogy of this garden that, I'm standing in right now in front of my house. And one of the things with the gardens is that there's, obviously to nurture, to have a beautiful garden, to have great plants, you actually have to not just give it some soil, give it some air, give it the oxygen you need and the sunshine, but you also have to go and do some weeding. Right? Weeding is such an important, integral part of actually gardening, because you got to get rid of some of the stuff that's actually there, because the weeds are always going to come out. Well, in life, it's exactly the same thing. In life, it's about that there's always going to be weeds, always going to be negative thoughts in your garden of thoughts, and so therefore, once in a while, you got to make sure you actually have to take out the weeds. So not only do you have to get rid of negative thoughts, you actually have to fill your brain with your garden of thoughts with healthy thoughts, and the only way to do that is like adding soil, adding sunshine, and adding water. You have to fill it, and you have to fill it in a way that actually is conducive to what you do. So if you are interested in business, then you should fill your mind with some business thoughts, business thought leaders, and some business book ideas. So now, even though I don't read, I actually go through a lot of books and a lot of podcasts. So what I do is I use my iPhone, my handy iPhone, which I'm using this to film at this moment. This iPhone contains, tons of audio programs, tons of audiobooks, tons of podcasts that I download, whether it be the Wellness Guys, from the Wellness Couch podcast, if you're interested in health, if you're into business, there's so many different people that you can actually download, whatever business interest you like, and it's all for free. And I download it through the podcast app and be able to listen to it. Now, what the most interesting thing is you can also buy audiobooks. You can buy it from the iTunes store, you can buy it from anywhere online now, and actually start to listen. If you're into chiropractic, for example, you can actually buy the MP3 from particular seminars and be able to transform the CDs into MP3s. And when you can buy the MP3s, then you can actually listen to on your iPhones over and over again. And why not? Why can't you listen to while you take a walk? Why don't you listen to when you're driving, when you're actually washing the dishes or doing the gardening? And it's about leveraging your time while you do it. And here's another trick that I do. One of the tricks that I do is actually listening to my audio in 2x speed. So which means that there's an option on your iPhone that you can actually speed up the conversation, speed up the audio to 1.5 or 2 times. And all you have to do is simply change the MP3 to an audiobook file. So you can actually do that on your iTunes. Go to your iTunes, right click the audio, whatever music file that you have, or the audio file, and go to Get Info. And when you go to Get Info, you can change the media kind to audiobook. And when you can do that, you can actually have the option on your iPhone, MP3 player, iPod, or your iPhone, and then you can actually listen to it at 2 times the speed. So yes, you can listen to 2 times speed, so which means on a half an hour podcast, for example, you can actually listen it to in 15 minutes. So you can get through a lot and very, very quickly in a very short period of time. That's how I leverage my mind and my time to actually fulfill and supercharge my brain with information that otherwise we wouldn't have been able to access to, where I would actually have to sit and read that book. So I hope you got this great tip of the week to help you leverage your life and your time to help you develop to the next level so you can grow your practice. So if you like this page, go to our Facebook page, Drive Your Practice, in the Facebook page, and like us. Share it with a friend, a colleague, anybody who you feel that will benefit from these tip of the week videos. And more importantly, sign up for weekly notice so that you know when the next video of Drive Your Practice is going to be.